So those elusive seals that I still can't find showed up. So I'm going to go ahead and here's the part number in case you guys need to know what the part number is. And that is for the clutch and brake shaft seal. So we're going to go ahead and drive these two in and put the pedal shaft back in, and then we're going to go ahead and put everything else back in. So in the meantime, while I was waiting for all that stuff to show up, I went ahead and cleaned up all those parts we took off and just got everything kind of prepped and ready for, you know, the install. So we are good to go. So we are just going to go ahead and get this thing in, get this done, and then try to think what else I have left. I guess to fill this thing up now full of Hi-Tran. And that's it. And then let's go ahead and get on the sheet metal. So, all right, let's go ahead and get this pedal in. All right, I forgot to also note, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but yeah, we got some light coming down on here again. I pulled those canopies and all down because the hurricanes and the winds and the rains are finally over. Feel bad for everybody in the South. My dad actually lives in the South. He lives in South Carolina. Feel bad for everything that happened to everybody out there. So this one's for you guys. I hope everything, you know, it's like words can't even describe, you know, you guys, you know, the houses and the properties and the lives and everything that happened down there. It's really bad. It makes it, you know, it's really sad. So to all you guys down there, like I said, I hope everything works out for you guys, and hope you know, all your loved ones are alive and well, and you know, if your properties, hopefully some of you guys saved some, you know, the ones who lost it. Like I said, I just hope everything works out and you guys were able to kind of bounce back from that. But yeah, so just wanted to kind of throw that in there real fast because, like I said, that was pretty devastating, and it's still going on now. It's going to be a while for everybody to kind of come back from that one. So, like I said, this one's to you guys. All right, I think I might have showed you guys this once before, but that's what I use to drive my seals in. Again, little kit off of Amazon. Works fairly well. Haven't had any issues out of it yet. So that's what we're going to use to run these in. All right, let's get started. So I like to take a little bit of lightweight oil, drop it inside here, run that around. It just kind of helps the seals go in. All right, that one's good. And then you're going to put it in this way. Usually you can get it started enough to hold in place by hand. Put your tool in there very easily. So you can feel it, you can hear it. You just want to, you can actually work this in without having to hit your actual tool. You can actually hit this on its ends and push down as you're doing it. You can actually work your seal in that way. So far so good. Now what I think I might do, I might up this to a 50 mil because I want it to sit nice and flat, and I don't want it to push in further or crooked. So right now I'm just changing out the little pucks. I know, highly exciting. So we're going to change that out, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish tapping it in. And you hear it bottomed out. That's it. New seal is ready to roll. Let's get the other side done. Okay, got some oil dripped on there. Get it in, get it set. There it is. Done deal. You can use the socket to drive these on if you don't have these kits. But I'll tell you honestly, the price of some of these kits now you can get off Amazon, you should definitely order one. Don't mush it and bang it all up with a socket if you can help it. Like I said, I mean, I've done it that way through the years, but now that I see these tools, it makes life so much easier. Alright, let's go ahead and put a little bit of oil on this new shaft here and get it in place. Yeah, I'm gonna have to kind of be in front of you guys here. You got one side, it's got that hole right there for the cotter pin and a key. You have this side over here, same thing, but no hole. You want this side to go through first. The side with the cotter pin goes over here to the brakes. Now I'll come back later and paint the ends of the shaft that are exposed. I don't want to paint them going in because I don't want paint inside. I'll take you around the other side and show you why you want to start with this side. You want to push it through from the brake pedal side to the clutch side. You don't want to go opposite. And like I said, I'm going to show you why. Okay, so take a look at the shaft. This is on the brake pedal side. See how it's just chamfered on that edge right there? If I can get that to focus here. Alright, see that chamfer? Now let's go around the other side. See how it's got a heavier chamfer on this side? This is the side you want to come through the seals, because this right here opens up so the seals can go over a lot easier. Drive through from this side. Don't push from this side in. You can do it, but you're going to risk tearing your seals. So make sure you go brake pedal side to the clutch side in your new seals. Alright, let's put this together. Alright, let's go ahead and get this pedal on there. And now we're going to go ahead and put this keyway in. Make sure you put your thrust washer on. Put a little bit of oil in here. So what I'm going to end up doing is, excuse me, once all this is in and done and over with, I'm going to come back with a paintbrush and paint all the end of the exposed shaft. Let's move that. Pull this out a little bit. That makes it easier. Actually, I need to put some oil in here. This camera is in a bad spot. Okay, and make sure too, when you put these bushings in, you have to cut that relief groove in the middle, so that way when you grease it, it goes in, it goes all around that shaft. Make sure when you press that bushing, before you put it in, drill yourself a hole in that bushing, get it lined up, press it in. Sorry, let me back up. Once you get your bushing ready, make your leaf, drill your hole, press it, make sure this is cleaned out, make sure this is lined up, then you're good to go to put this on. It's been a long day. If I misspeak on something, go easy on me. You guys know what I mean. For you guys that haven't done this, I apologize. If I'm not clear on something, just message me. Maybe you'll get me on a day where I'm not so burned out. Alright, so let's go ahead and slide this back in. Make sure that you put this on, then you put your keyway in. Because if not, it's going to screw you up. Okay, set that on there. There's your next piece. That's for your brakes. Now you can go ahead and put your keyway in. Some people call it a Woodruff key. That's the name of it. I always say keyway. I know it's a Woodruff key. It's just one of those things, you know, you keep saying it and kind of like diesel and diesel. Sorry, I had to do it one more time. Oh shit, nope, don't put that on yet. You got to put that washer on first. Let's see if I can tap that out real easy. Come on, baby. Pop out of there. You went in there easy. There you go. Okay. Don't forget your washer. You need that between there. It will come with these. When you take that off, make sure that goes back on. Don't forget that, like I almost just did. All right. Now let's put this in. Get it in fairly straight where it needs to be. Don't have to put a lot of force, just a little tap. Now, if you can't get this back on easy, just go ahead and put yourself a drift pin or something in here, wedge this open just a hair, and that'll pop it right in. Okay, now make sure when you put this on, this big opening right here goes towards the brakes. This side here faces out. Reason being, when you have this whole assembly here going in, you want that to push in against there. Okay, so that way you guys know which way that goes. I should have brought my rubber hammer out here with me, and I forgot to bring it out. Let me go get that rubber mount, makes it easier. Okay, I'm not going to put everything, I'm not going to bolt all this up and get this done yet. Do the other side first. Make sure that shaft's where we want it, and then we're going to finish this side. Okay, just like the other side, a little thrust washer. Make sure you put that on. Now see, this has to come out a little bit. Then we can go ahead and drive this Woodruff key in. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in there again. And then I'll drop it. Oh my Lord. Third time the charm. Okay, that should be down enough. Now I do got to tap that shaft over this way a little bit. All right, she's tapped over. Now, make sure this is your first pedal. This one's going to go on first. This one here is a little more difficult on me to try to get completely in, so because I have these hydraulics in the way. So yeah, let me turn this a little bit. All right, also what I found is easier, flip the lock over this way. If you have this situation here, take your lock, push it up out of the way like that, and then you can get this thing lined up, get her pushed in, and then once it's all in place, then we can flip this back, get this done. Okay, I got it ready. Let me go check the other side, see where she's set at, and then we'll drive this the rest of the way in real easy. Okay, she's all moved. Okay, that should be close to being set where she needs to be. All right, make sure you don't forget. Same thing, the separating washer goes between this one. Get that one in. And now we can go ahead and put in the second one. Just like that. So one thing that's going to make this easier on you now is to make sure the shaft and all is set in the right place, because the weight of it's going to fall forward like this. You want to keep these up here. You can go ahead and pop these springs on, at least one of them if you want to, just to hold everything up and in place. I'm going to get this one popped in first. I'm going to, yep, it's probably going to fall, but no biggie. There you go. Now, it's not going to hurt anything for me to stick the second one on, so I'm going to go ahead and just put it on now and get it over with. Okay, so now the pedals will be held up in place. We're good. Now we can run the cotter pin through here, tap her on over, get the other side locked up. Okay. And I have no clue where I set that little screwdriver at. It's easier to go in there with a screwdriver and pop that down. And I think I set that on my table. Okay. Come on, baby. Open up. Now I had to cut these down so I don't have that little extra opening that I need to get in there. It's no biggie. Just like that. Go ahead and get her started. Okay, I'll come back and I'll roll that around after we get the other side taken care of, and then we got to put the bolts in. I'm going to tap that on over. A little bit for now. Well, what I'll do is let's do this. We'll go ahead and at least get these in and get them loose. Okay, and then we'll come back and we'll tighten them up. All right. Okay, so you just want to have everything snug, but you don't want to have everything super tight. You want to have a little bit of slack there, but the difference in a pedal is so much better. All right, we'll get this other nut and bolt in here. Okay, all right, now we're going to go ahead and tighten these up. Okay, so the front is a 5/8, the back is a 3/4. There you go. She is in, she is good. That brake is ready to rock. I want to go over and press the pedal on the other side, and you'll see it moving. All right, now I can put the clutch adjustment bolts in there. Okay, so here's the originals. I went ahead and painted them in case I need them. I did order some new ones, a couple of various sizes. Now I did go ahead and order these at 4" instead of 4.5. So from all those washers that were on there, I went ahead and did it that way. You need jam nuts. See how thin these are? If you ever need to order jam nuts, if I can find the bag that I just had. Oh, right there. Okay, so if you need a set of jam nuts, that's the size you need right there. Okay, these came off of Amazon as well. There's the part numbers to them. Technically need 3 of these per side. 7/16 by 20 by 4" stainless steel. That's what I ordered for the nuts. Bolts, not the nuts. Now again, I'm going to see if the 4" will work. If not, I can drop down to the 3.5s. If neither one of these work, I can go to the factory. But I'm going to go with the 4s. Alright, put your washer on. Put that through. Put that through. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get the extra jam nut on there. So let's see if I can make this work. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to go with the factory one, just because they didn't thread them enough down for me to get this jam nut on this side here. And you want that one on there to keep that tight. So I'm going to go ahead and just go with the factory. And I'm going to go ahead and just get those in and out of the way a little bit. And we're going to screw that thing right on in there. Okay, let me go ahead and get a ratchet for that. Keep running these back, get them out of my way. Okay, starting to engage right there. And right there, the brakes are engaged, but they won't rub. I don't know why I grabbed the clutch pedal. They're engaged, but they won't rub. That right there is a good start. And now we're going to run that jam nut on there. Lock that one in place, and then we'll lock the second one in place. This side right here, we're ready to rock and roll. Once I get the tractor moving, I'll go ahead and I can adjust these and fine tune them. But like I said, I have it just till it just barely engaging. You don't want it riding on those discs. You want it just about to, you have a little bit of pressure. All right, and this size, I believe that's 11/16. Alright, run the second one on there. And lock it in place. Done deal. One side, ready to rock. Now I gotta put the spring on. Let's go ahead and do it this way. Just like that. We're ready. Okay, so while we're over here, we can go ahead and put in the clutch pedal arm. Okay, everything lines right back up beautifully. Now I did have to replace the pins, because if you start noticing your pins have that wear right there, a worn pin can make a big difference on your TA and everything. So if you have a pin that's worn, just don't use it. Just replace them. I'm replacing both of them, because even the small one on the other end, same thing. It's got a little wear inside there. So again, just replace it. Only takes a minute. Okay, now I got to put the cotter pins on both sides. All right. I had to go on a cotter pin hunt. I knew I had one, just had to find out where they were. Okay, roll those on around. Get this side in, so I'm gonna drop it. Okay. I'm going to bend the front one around, then we're going to finish on the other side. Okay. I went ahead and I prepped this up and got it ready. So let's go ahead and put her on in. Okay, she's starting to grab. Let's see where we're at. A little more. Right there. Alright, that should be a good start. Okay, tighten them jam nuts up. I'll come back and I'll touch all this up. So I'm going to snug these up. Alright, run the second one on. There we go. And she is ready to go. So what I'm going to do next, I'll measure the travel from the deck out. Make sure we're good. I think it's like 1 1/8 or something like that. We got to measure from there to there. Oop. From here to here. It's like 1 1/8. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check these, see where they're at, and then we'll figure out if we're good or not. I could probably go a hair more. It's about 1 inch and right about there. Yeah, it's about 1 3/8 inches. No, it's about the same on both sides. 1 3/8 inches. I believe it's 1 1/4 inches. I'm going to have to double check, but I think that's what it was. It was 1 1/8 inches. I don't know why I was thinking 1 1/4 inches. It was close. Anyway, alright, so we got 1.5 inches. I'm going to turn these in a little bit. Inch, don't take much. Back it back out a little bit. 1 1/8 inches. So here we go. Lock this back up. Okay. Okay, we're good there. Let me go adjust the other side real quick, and check it, and then we should be good. Yep, I got to crank her in just a little bit. Alright, I turn the other one, and into underneath. Done deal. Alright, all I got to do is lock that side up. Alright, so she is tightened up. Let me move this in, and I'll show you the pedal again. Now see the difference in that clutch pedal? It's like no side to side at all. And we are good. So that's it. So my next video, because this one's already long enough, my next video, we'll go ahead and fill this thing up with the fluids. And if all goes well, I should have some of the sheet metal one by then. Those videos are coming out soon. So make sure you guys hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and share to make sure you don't miss anything on this. And there you go. There's your finished product of your brakes. New pedal shaft. Brakes, same thing. Now look at the difference on the factory. Just a little bit on the brake. I'm not sweating it. This one, tight as can be. We are good. That's it. So like I said, like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching.